Good afternoon, we're here at the Tiny Gross car park just outside Coed y Brenin in Wales. We're going to have a walk around the Mynydd Penrhôs walk, which takes us up a hill looking over the River Mawddach, and then we're going to visit the Glasdir Copper Mine and finish up with the forest garden. So just a short walk today, but as you can see, very scenic, so let's go.
The 28-mile-long Afron Mawddach sits in a glaciated valley. As the glaciers retreated following the Ice Age, they formed fjords and eventually the stunning river valley we see today. It is surrounded by Coed y Brenin, Eryri and the Rhinoch Mountains. The Mawddach has a large number of tributaries cascading down from the surrounding hills, including the Afron Wen nearby. It's also home to salmon and trout and flows down to the estuary at Barmouth, which you can see in our other Barmouth videos. So we've reached the top of the viewpoint of 233 metres from where we started. It's the Rhinochs behind us, and below us is the Mawddach Valley. And we've actually got it lucky again today because the sun's come out. I actually see quite a nice view behind us. Unfortunately some clouds over there, but it still looks very nice.
The Penrhôs Mountain Trail is part of Coed y Brenin Forest Park, formerly known as Vaughan Forest after the landowners. The summit of this relatively diminutive Mynydd Penrhôs gives stunning views over the Afon Mawddach, Coed y Brenin and the Rhinochs. It has been owned by the Forestry Commission from 1935, who have reforested these ancient hunting woodlands with pine trees, primarily Douglas firs up to 50 metres tall. As well as hunting, this was a working forest for centuries, providing building materials for nearby hill forts and Khmer Abbey, through to present-day logging for furniture, construction, paper and more.
we're here on the Glasdir Copper Mine trail. It's a short walk from the car park. It's around maybe just under a mile round loop. There's also a forest garden as well to have a look at the end of it. This is an open copper mine and we're not sure how much of it is left to see, but we're going to go investigate anyway. So, as Hells would say, let's go.
Glasdir Copper Mine opened as an open cast in 1852, with underground tunnels added in the 1890s, stretching down to below sea level and employing around 200 people. Copper ores were transported down the hillside to the processing mill, which you can still see the foundations of today. The concrete blocks held a Crossley gas engine to generate power for the mill. Ores were crushed into powder, separated using the flotation method invented here by the Elmore family, then smelted to produce pure copper ingots. These were sent down to the river and floated down the Mawddach for onward transport. Waste was released through sluice gates into the river, polluting surrounding land and water, including killing salmon. Glasdir closed in 1915 with the outbreak of World War I.
So we've made it to the mid sort of level of the copper mine here. As you can see, it's all sort of open on this sort of hillside where they've dug it in, and below us is a lower level down there which has a sort of channel running through the middle of it, and we'll walk our way, carry on the trail. We'll eventually end up the top of there, right at the top of it. It just seems to be like just level after level going up the hillside. There's not really a great deal of it left, to be honest. A few of these really old, rusty sort of attachments where things have been screwed in though. They survived nicely. So this one to our left is a western hemlock. So as you're walking around here, there's these posts which, if you didn't know, what happens is this sign is actually downwards like this. So it looks like there's a sign missing, but you've got a notch to pull out at the bottom. And you lift that up and you've got a sign there, one side in English and the other side in Welsh. So we can read what that is. So this is this tree behind us, I believe, which is absolutely massive. Unlike the working forest or adventure areas, the forest garden of Coed y Brenin is home to a more relaxing experience amongst trees from around the world. Designed by Forestry Commission as an arboretum with samples of trees planted elsewhere across the Coed y Brenin site, these were used for tree identification for experimental forestry trials. It was planned to hold over 100 species, but the site chosen was too small and relatively inaccessible, and so never reached its full potential. Until relatively recently, it was not maintained, with trees added and lost to history. This quiet corner is now accessible leisure trail.